Yeah, what's up, everybody? What's going on? Happy Saturday evening. This is a different time for me than normal. Normally, I do this a little later, but the wife and kid are not here, so I figure I'll do this before they get home. What's going on, everybody? So I'm actually gonna do all right with this college football today, which is good. Look at Kansas; they might score here. What's up, everybody? How you doing, man? The New York Giants and Washington football team play tomorrow. Daniel Jones is 3-0 versus Washington in his career. Let's see if he can make it 4-0. But yeah, so what's going on, Mexican Giant? What's up, Jersey Life? What's up, OG? What's up, Sugar Tats, Lou Ruda, Nora, Alex, Roman, Stephen Lim, Ty Jackson, my man Afghanistan, Dominic, Christian, Matt LaSalle. What's going on? Parlay's good, man. I've already won 3 out of 4 games in the parlay. I had I had West Virginia getting 5.5. I had Northwestern giving 3.5, and what was the other one I had? What was the other game? Oh, I took Arizona State getting 11.5. So this is funny. And I took the over in this Oklahoma-Kansas game. Now the over initially 63.5. That is the bet that I have in my parlay. So you do that, you pick 3 early games and then a later game. That way, if you hit the 3 early games, you can hedge your bet, make sure you win some money. So, I bet $50 for them to go. When I bet the under, so I bet the under as well, just the under. I bet $50 on the under to win like whatever it was. I think it's to win like $42. But the under that I got was 66.5. So if they can combine for 64, 65, or 66, I'm going to win on both of those bets. That'd be freaking awesome. I've never been able to do that before, but I figured I would hedge the bet, at least win something today, because it's been a rough betting year for me as far as college football goes. Outside of the first 2 weeks, I've struggled, and outside of Ohio State, I haven't won much. I mean, I've gotten like 3 out of 4 on so many of my parlays, but that don't win anything. So 3 touchdowns between these 2 teams would do it. It's 41-3 Oklahoma. I mean, I knew they were going to kill Kansas. So, Eric, brother, thank you for the super chat. Really, my man. He says, big game for my favorite college team, Notre Dame, Clemson. Yeah, that should be great. That should be a really good one. I think they play at 7:30, so I'm looking forward to that one, man. That should be awesome. Yeah, cool, drummer. I watch a lot of college football. I love Saturdays. It's a lot of fun. I try to pay attention as much as I can, especially when we get towards the draft. I like to try to pay attention to a lot of guys, but this is why I know a lot. I watch the Big 12 all the time, and the SEC. They're usually what I pay attention to. I watch Clemson and the ACC, but and the Big 10 I don't watch too much. I should start watching Minnesota. Everybody likes Rashad Bateman, so I should pay more attention to Minnesota. But Big 10 is not something I watch. Penn State was getting mollywopped by Maryland, which I couldn't believe. It was 21-7 last I checked that game. I didn't touch that one. OGR Sports, thank you for the super chat, brother. Really says, yo, bad dog, when we chilling again in the New York Giants roundtable? I'm hoping maybe after next week. When we have a bye, OGR, after the Eagles game, we're going to have 2 weeks. I'm figuring then I'll have a lot of time to do this. Every time I try to get a roundtable together, I can never get the participants together. It's been difficult. So I'm trying. The next Giants roundtable I'm going to do, I'm going to have She Got Sports. So I've already, I had that. So maybe if I can get her, you, OGR, and I forgot who all, like Authentic. I wanted to get with Authentic too. So maybe something like that. I just got to figure out a date and a time. But yeah, I definitely got to do that. I want to get back to doing the roundtables and stuff. It's just everybody's schedule is so difficult during the football season, and I don't know where that pass is going. But yeah, I definitely want to do another one, OGR. Those are a lot of fun, no doubt about it. I enjoy getting other people's opinions, and I enjoy having people on the channel that I haven't had on here before. So it should be good. 35-7 Maryland. Oh, there you go, Ty. I didn't even know. I saw it was 21-7. It was 21-0. I didn't know it was 35. So that's insane. Yeah, I didn't touch that game. Frost got Nation, Evan Spitzberg. What's going on, guys? Pyre, what's up? Nothing but sevens, but I hope so. Yeah, listen, man. The election is what it is. I don't even care anymore. Rakib, thank you for the super chat. Really. What's up, man? He says, hope to see you one day, man. I love the content. Appreciate that, Rakib. Yeah, next year. Obviously, we plan on going to a Giants game this year. We wanted to do that as content creators meet up. We were going to go to that Cleveland Browns Giants game. Obviously, that's not going to happen. But next year, definitely. I mean, I was lucky enough to do that last year. We had so much fun. I got to meet Gangry David, got to meet OGR. I got to meet the Tate. I got to meet Kid Blue. Meet the Mets, Bones. It was awesome. We had a lot of fun hanging out. Would have been better if the Giants won, but diehard Giants fan, got to meet him. So that was cool. And definitely want to do that again. And we'd like to have a lot more people. It'd be awesome. I'll be at my bro's wedding tomorrow. First game. I'll miss you, and Chris will be calling. I'll have to sneak and watch on my phone. Yeah, you know where we'll be, Punk. Who gets married on a Sunday? Don't they know it's football Sunday? Don't they understand that, Punk? That Sundays are bad in the fall? Don't they get that? So thumbs up the stream. Yeah, absolutely. Hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe if you're new. Let's go. Would Oklahoma just get a turnover? They must have. I need 3 touchdowns, man. 3 touchdowns means I win both of those bets. My expectations tomorrow, I think the Giants win a close game. I think the Giants win the game like 24-21. I can see that happening. Punk, I'm not married. I understand. Trust me. I understand. I get it. I understand the decisions. And it's the wedding day is never ours. Although I'll be honest, my wedding day was. We got married in the middle of the summer, so we agreed on that together. But what's going on? Word 21. What's going on? Are you done with Rip off the NFL? No one's getting married in a Giants game. Well, some people do. The women don't care about the Giants, man. Some of them don't. What's going on, Gary? I'm doing all right, man. Hope you're doing well. Chris Leone, how can I be the man? You the man. D Rose, what's going on? Ham, Wish, what's going on? Thank you guys for being here. If we lose, Washington wins the division. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I'm not going to give the division to Washington. They got a chance, man. The Giants even got a chance. Giants win the next 3 games. They're 4-7. They're right there. It's so stupid, but it's true. So stupid, but it's true. Giants win their games, they're going to play themselves into the playoffs. I don't even know if I really want. I'll be honest. I mean, would you like to be 6-10, make the playoffs, and get picked 21st overall? Or would you like to finish 3-13, pick 3rd overall? I don't know. John Mara's in the house. There you go. Direct all questions to the owner of the New York Giants right there. Terry, I don't know how long it takes to recover from that, man. I don't have it, never had it, don't know anybody that has had it. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I don't know a single soul that had COVID. I don't know anybody that had that. Do I think the boys have a chance? Absolutely not. Not with your quarterback situation. No, definitely not. Without Dak, you got no chance. I don't even know who the hell started today. It's not even DiNucci. I forgot who the hell started for you guys. It's surprised not Cooper Rush. Most surprising player a season on the Giants, in my opinion, Matthew. Oh, man, I don't really know if there's been a surprise. I mean, James Bradbury, I figured would be pretty good, but he's been amazing. He's been really good. I would say he's been even better than I thought. So who would I draft? Junaid, it depends. It depends on where we pick. It depends on what we do in free agency. There's a lot of factors that goes into who we draft, So Tanner Mordecai's in there, and he overthrows his receiver. I don't think I'm getting these 3 touchdowns. Looking at the schedule, I think the Giants finished better than Dallas. I think so too, but might not. Depends. Andy Dalton could beat us again. Giants may pick top 5. They may not. We're going to find out. We're halfway through the season. We're 1-7. It hasn't been good. Should we keep Garrett if we move on? Absolutely. Garrett's been great. I don't see anything that Garrett's done wrong. DiNucci's just going to ride the bench. Colt McCoy's better than Daniel Jones. I don't know about that, but we're not going to find out what Colt McCoy is. Colt McCoy is not the future of the Giants, so they're not going to play Colt McCoy. It would make no sense. They're going to bench Golden Tate. Joe Judge ain't playing around. And again, I don't know what was said behind closed doors with him and Joe Judge, but whatever it was, Joe Judge obviously didn't think too highly of it, decided to sit him. So that's what's going to go on there. Why don't we move on for the quarterback we got? Because he's a second-year quarterback. So we don't have another quarterback. What are we going to do? If we get the chance to pick Justin Fields, it's a question to see what we do if we're in the top 3. If Dave Gettleman's still our GM, no, that will not happen. If we have a new GM, that is very possible. Or they may trade back and let somebody else take him. I don't know. I mean, he looks amazing at Ohio State. I'm always skeptical of Ohio State quarterbacks, so always. But Fields looks really good. I'm not going to deny that. He looks way better than Haskins did there. That I can tell you. He's not your prototypical Ohio State quarterback. So we'll see. Trey Lance. A lot of guys like Trey Lance. Strong with our division, Robert. There's a lot of, number one, the teams are bad. Number two, a lot of injuries. Dallas. If Dallas didn't have the injury, they were not good before Dak got hurt. So, I don't know. I just think this division's bad. They have a very tough schedule. I said before the year started, no team in this division was winning more than 9 games. I know Eagles and Cowboys fans thought they were going to win 12 and 13 games because they're crazy. Thought somehow they were going to be able to beat teams like the Niners and the Ravens and the Seahawks and the Packers and the Saints. They just figured this, I guess. Pittsburgh Steelers thought they were going to be able to beat all those teams. They're not going to. Fields will be a bust? We don't know. We don't know if it'll be a bust or not. We have no idea. So what's going on? Chris? Joe Judge is in the house now. Joe Judge is here. There you go. The coach who decided to bench Golden Tate is in the house. Trey Lance will be a beast. Well, we'll see. You never know. Everybody has their favorite quarterbacks coming out of college. People like Fields, people like Lance, people love Trevor Lawrence. What's going on, D, man? Listen, if it was up to me, man, the only quarterback I really want is Trevor Lawrence. It's the only guy I feel like can turn this whole damn thing around. Again, Justin Fields looks phenomenal. I don't know. I just don't trust Ohio State quarterbacks. I don't know enough about Trey Lance. Guy coming from a D2 school. I know that Carson Wentz came from that same school, but at the same time, I don't know that matters. I don't know. I think he's better than Fields. Some people do. LT, what's going on? He says, go Giants, get the win. Well, if we're going to beat anybody, LT, it's going to be Washington, man. We own Washington. Daniel Jones owns Washington. Daniel Jones is 3-0 against Washington. He's like 1-16 against everybody else, man. Penei Sewell, a lot of people like him. Pac-12 starting up today, so you get a good look. You get a good look at him there in Oregon. I don't want to settle with okay. I want the best. Yeah, well, everybody does, man. But it's just ridiculous that we got to sit here and talk about the freaking draft already. Again, in March, listen to me, in November. Daniel Jones does own Washington. Yes, he does. Giants make the playoffs? No, we're not making the playoffs. Solid, no. Giants need to go on a serious winning streak. It's possible, but no, I don't think they're good enough this year. We would have won some of these close games. I'd be saying yes. And I still feel that if we had another quarterback, we'd be 4-4. I still feel like Daniel Jones cost us 3 games. Well, maybe not. Maybe 2 games, and then Evan Ingram cost us a game. But still, I feel like we really could be 4-4. We'll beat the Cowboys next time. It depends. Depends on if Andy Dalton's playing. Andy Dalton could give us a hard time. We can't beat Dallas. Just like we can't beat Philly. It's ridiculous, but we can't. No, I know, Ham. Trust me, I've done a video on McAdoo wanting Pat Mahomes and how ownership and Jerry Reese turned it down. If we had Pat Mahomes, God only knows where we'd be. Because you would have, well, again, it's a fallacy of the predetermined outcome. We don't know what our record would have been in 2017, but I don't think Pat Mahomes would have played. We probably still would have had the second worst record in the league. At least during that bad, most Cowboys fans are selling that talk and draft and the midway points positive. No. It's definitely not a positive, LT. It's definitely not a positive that really we can't even, with the last few years, we can't even get out of October without talking about the draft. That our season pretty much has been ending before my Yankee season has. And that's not good if you're a Giants fan. That's not good if you're a football fan. You don't want to be talking, you want to talk about the draft when your season's over, like in January, not when your season's over in, well, obviously February. I mean, that's when you really want to talk about it. But, you don't want to be talking about it in November because you're not going anywhere. because you're 1-7. Should have beat the Bears, Cowboys, Eagles, Bucks. We should be 5-3. I wouldn't say we should have beat the Bears. I'll say we could have beat the Bears. We could have beat the Rams. Those other three, though, the Cowboys, Eagles, and Bucks, we should have beat them, Simon. That's why I say we should be 4-4. I think we could have beat the Bears. I don't know if we should have. Let's get Sam Darnold. Why? Sam Darnold would fail here. Why would Sam Darnold be any good here? Sam Darnold's not a good quarterback. He's not. So I don't think that would do much. It would take New York to a Super Bowl. He might have. We better start all the – well, we'll see, Jersey Life. I mean, they played well. You know, they played well. So our division's wide open. We're talking draft. So, yeah. Our division's wide open. We're 1-7. I understand this division's bad, but you got to get that. You got to understand we are 1-7. We are 1-7. Okay? I don't care how wide open the division is. When you are 1-7, you are not good. Winning this division is nothing to brag about. No team in this division is any good. The only reason the team in this division is getting a playoff is because the division winner gets a playoff. Not that they deserve it. So, no. This team is 1-7. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter if we win the division or not. There's still a lot of holes on this team. Still a lot of, bad play on this team. So, I don't think they're gonna extend Dalvin Tomlinson. I think they're gonna keep Leonard Williams. Honestly, Micah Parsons. Listen, Micah. There's a lot of guys. I hear Greg Rousseau. I hear Jamar Chase. I hear Rashad Bateman. I hear Micah Parsons. I hear Penei Sewell. I hear any of those three quarterbacks between Lance Fields and Lawrence. It'll be interesting to see what we do. But again, it'll all depend on what we do in free agency. So you don't want to go to the playoffs. Didn't say that. When the hell did I say I don't want to go to the playoffs? Is it more beneficial to go 6-10, get to the playoffs, pick 21st overall, get your face beat in the first round of the playoffs, pick 21st, or is it more beneficial to go 3-13 and pick second? Which one is more beneficial? Which one is more beneficial? I never said I didn't want to go to the playoffs, but what is more beneficial? It doesn't matter if this team goes to play. It doesn't matter which team in this division goes to play. The teams in this division suck. It's plain and simple. They're not good. They're not good. Thoughts on Golden Tate? Well, I don't have any thoughts on Golden Tate. I don't care about Golden Tate one way or the other. He won't be a Giant next year, in my opinion. I think they're going to cut him next year. Ty, thank you for the super chat. Brilly, brother. This is Penn State 24-point favorite, losing 35-7. I can't believe that they're losing, let alone losing 35-7. Didn't Maryland, wasn't that the team that got hammered by Northwestern a couple weeks ago? Was that Maryland? Didn't Maryland get crushed by Northwestern, like 52-3 or something? That's insane. I should give your FAU Owls a watch. They have some sleepers in the league right now. Listen, man, like I said, I watch the games right now. I watch a lot of them, and like I said, I'm not really paying attention to a lot. About December, I really start to pay attention to the guys that I want on the Giants. You can't predict if a draft pick will work out, just like you can't predict who will win in the playoffs. You play to win the game. That's true. Herman Edwards' team had a chance today, LT. Arizona State was up on USC, and they couldn't close the door. They lost 28-27. They dominated USC the whole game today, and they could not close it out. It's crazy. So get them on ASAP. They're not going to fire him ASAP. They've already talked about it, Joey. If the Giants are competitive in these games like they have been, and they've shown improvement, Gettleman probably going to stay here. Probably is, NYG, they were a super chat. Really, man, when we get to 6 or 7 wins, it's possible. But again, this is the thing. We have had opportunities to win games. Okay. I can find maybe 4 wins the rest of the year. Okay. 4. All right. In my opinion, the next 3 games we can win. Honest truth. We can beat those 3. We can beat Cincinnati. We can beat Washington. We can beat Philadelphia. We can also beat Dallas. There's your 4 wins. Okay. I don't think we're beating Cleveland. We are not beating Seattle or Baltimore. That would be a miracle. I'm missing one game. But I mean, I can see the Giants going 4-4 over the last 8 games. But it is what it is. What do I do for NASA special effects? Rock 'em Ray. Special effects for NASA. The whole division is trash. That is definitely true. Definitely true. Does Daniel Jones get a pass given your best offensive weapons out? No. He does. LT to me, he doesn't get a pass because he was out last year too. And if you watch the games, to me, it's not the lack of Saquon Barkley. I mean, I sit there. That was a touchdown. I sit there and look at the way he played, LT. He had receivers wide open all night. He missed them. He throws bad interceptions. To me, Daniel Jones' issues in between the ears. It's not his talent, and it's not the lack of talent around him. It is the fact that he hesitates. He lacks anticipation. He's a first-read quarterback, does not go through progressions. He forces too many balls, and his pocket IQ is terrible. And he's late. He's late on a lot of things because he hesitates. He doesn't get a pass to me. That stuff is worrisome to me because I don't believe that it's just the wide receiver. I believe a lot of it has to do with him. So I can't just sit there and say he gets a pass because Saquon Barkley's not there. The Giants have actually run the ball better without Saquon Barkley than they did with him. So, yeah, it would be nice to have Saquon. I mean, there's no doubt about it, but he's not there. And the Giants' running game, while it hasn't been overly impressive, has certainly improved. And so has the offensive line. So I think a lot of it, to me, nobody gets a pass, in my opinion. He's quarterback on his team, man. Got to step up. Next man up. Yes, I do, Demon. That's what I do. Around Earth, yes, I bend the light to make it look like a round Earth. Who's the better option? Jamar Chase to me. I think Jamar Chase is more well-rounded than Greg Rousseau. Greg Rousseau is a raw pass rusher, and he would need to be developed. I think Jamar Chase can come in immediately, make a huge impact. That's the way I feel about that. Giants have very good run defense so far. Browns should be good. It should be. It should be. Perry Martinez and Micah Parsons. Yeah, I mean, Micah Parsons is, definitely a guy to look at. We're going to kill Washington. I hope so, Roy. I mean, we're good against Washington. Even when we're bad, we always beat Washington. We own them. Yes, the fish-eyed lens, exactly. What's going on, Anthony? How you doing, man? If Ingram doesn't work out, do we go Kyle Pitts? We do not need to draft a tight end. We don't need to draft a tight end. Tight ends are not meant to be drafted by teams that have holes on your defensive line, in your secondary, in the wide receiving core, and on your offensive line. There's no reason the Giants should draft a tight end anywhere as close in the beginning of this draft. I want to take a tight end on the last day, fine. But Giants should not be drafting a tight end anywhere in the first 4 rounds, in my opinion. Do you have keys to victory against Washington? I'm leaning on betting the Giants. Can you help sell me on LT? There's one key to victory. Giants can't turn it over. We lose because we lose a turnover battle. We've lost games because we lose the turnover battle. Honestly, if we don't turn it over, we're going to beat them. We beat them all the damn time. It's just a fact. Our defense has played much better. Their offense is bad. Their offense is not good. Kyle Allen is not a good quarterback. They can't run the ball. The only guy in that offense that worries you a little bit is Terry McLaurin. The rest of them are garbage. The Giants' defense has been their strong point this year. And like I said, we just have that team's number. I don't know why. I think we're getting 3.5. I would definitely bet the Giants. I've won money on the Giants this year. I don't ever bet on the Giants, but I won money. I took the points against Philly, Dallas, and Tampa Bay. And I won on all 3 of them. It's funny. I've struggled with college football. The only freaking football I bet this year with the Giants, I've actually won. And I don't bet a lot. I bet like $20. I don't bet like hundreds of dollars. I can't do that. And I don't want to do that. I'd be sick to my stomach. I lost $100 in a bet. Xavier McKinney and Micah Parsons. Well, we have to see what Xavier McKinney is. I'm excited to see what McKinney can bring to the table. But we'll see. I mean, if McKinney is what we think he is, and we can pair him up and get him, get another cornerback, our secondary, and an edge rusher, this defense could be stout next year. This defense really could be a top 10 next year. McKinney probably after the bye, I think. We do need an offense. Yeah, absolutely. That starts with the quarterback. Quarterback's got to play better. Plain and simple. Quarterback's got to play better. Kansas dropped into their pass. Oklahoma up 48-3. I need 2 touchdowns between these 2 teams. Just 2 touchdowns. ended at 65 points, and I win both bets. I'm going to win my parlay, which I'd rather win the parlay. It pays a lot more than me just hedging my bet and winning like $20. So let's get this thing. Where's my man Darren McCardle? He's always a big better. I'll have to play the 7:30 games, although I think I looked and there wasn't a lot that I liked. Maybe I'll play the 10:30 games. I'm saying I bet $100 on Trump prior to the pandemic. Once the pandemic hit, his response killed, in my opinion. Okay, back to football. Well, I think a lot of people lost money on the – see, I can never bet on the election. I couldn't do that. I have a hard enough time betting on sports. But the election, I couldn't bet on that. I heard that somebody bet like $500,000 on Trump to win the election. I heard that one. Let's go, Oklahoma. Damn right. Yuvraj, how can I be the man? We need the man. Guys, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Let's go. If you're new to the channel, hit that like. Florida is beating Georgia. It was 41-21 last I checked there. Yeah, I heard that. That was an article or something that I read. I'm like, jeez. Guys got a lot of money when you bet $500,000. I can't even fathom having $500,000, let alone betting $500,000. Yeah, you can't parlay. I like the parlay. I know the parlays are long odds, but Roman, how can I be the man? You're the man. But prescribe to me. Yes, Demon. Prescribe the bad dog. Parlays are usually longer odds. I only play 3 and 4 team parlays, though. It's not like I play a 6-team parlay. Once in a great while, I'll play a 5-team parlay. But it's rare. It's usually 3 and 4 team parlays. And usually a 3-team parlay is 10-1 on your money. And I'm sorry, it's 6-1 on your money for a 3-team parlay. And usually it's like between like 9.5 to 11-1 on a 4-team parlay. That's usually what I bet. And they're usually $20 parlays, $10, $20 parlays. I don't, like I said, I'm not a huge gambler. Don't like it. When I was 21 years old, the day after I turned 21, I went down to Atlantic City. And I lost like $3,200 in a weekend. And that, I think, always cured me from gambling. That weekend in Atlantic City or whatever it was, I don't remember if it was a weekend exactly, but that hurt. So I always stay away from gambling after that. I don't gamble a lot. Of course, I made a lot more money when I was actually younger than I do now. It is what it is. The state don't pay that well. I don't know what else to say. The first day, I felt like DJ wasn't our quarterback. After thinking on it, we should settle for an okay quarterback. We can have better. This was the first day I felt like DJ. Oh, no, I'll tell you, Najee, when the way he played against Tampa really pissed me off. Because I've gotten all the arguments. I've gotten the people saying, hey, the Giants have no offensive line. Hey, we lack wide receivers. We don't really have a running game. And I agree with all that. We do need a more receiver. I think our offensive line is getting better, but it has not been consistent. It's gotten better. It was definitely very bad at the beginning of the year. But if you watch that game against Tampa, this is solely on Daniel Jones. He had time to throw. He had receivers open all night, and he missed them all night. And Deion Lewis was wide open at the end of the game with a 2-point conversion, and he hesitated and threw it late and behind him. All Daniel Jones. McKinney should be coming back after the bye. I don't know what he's going to be. I'm hoping that he is definitely a contributor on that defense. It would definitely strengthen our secondary if he is what we think he is. But I'm rooting for McKinney. He was my favorite pick in the draft, so let's go. If you were Eagles ownership, would you allow Wentz to play things out or bench and look to move him? I think at $33 million in the cap, he's cheap. I say play it out. I don't think Wentz can be moved. His cap hit next year, LT, is like $56 million. And on top of that, listen, LT, and I say that, and it's not because he's an Eagle. Like I try to tell people this. I am a Sooner fan, and I'm watching the Sooners right now as they just completed another big pass in the middle of the field all the way down to the Kansas 37. I watched Jalen Hurts every game last year, okay? And I watched him a lot at Alabama too. I don't like Jalen Hurts as a quarterback. I don't think Jalen Hurts is an NFL quarterback. I think he's a gadget player. I think he's a gadget quarterback. That's how they use him. The Eagles think that guy's Taysom Hill. He's not Taysom Hill. Okay, he can run a little bit, but he's very slow. But Jalen Hurts isn't going out and catching passes. Jalen Hurts isn't going to throw blocks. Jalen Hurts isn't going to play on special teams. Jalen Hurts is not Taysom Hill. The fact that they spent a second-round pick on him really does not make a lot of sense to me. Supposedly there was rumblings that Dallas may have been interested in him, and because Dallas took CeeDee Lamb, the Eagles returned the favor by taking Jalen Hurts. If that's why they drafted him, it's really stupid. I didn't understand the pick, LT. You guys just signed Carson Wentz to a 4-year deal. He had over 4,000 yards passing last year with a receiver that didn't have over 500 yards. Obviously, he struggled this year, but you obviously believed in him to give him 4 years. I didn't understand the pick. I really did not get that pick. That was strange to me, and I just don't believe in Jalen Hurts. And Oklahoma scored again. And now I need one more touchdown. Just give me one more touchdown and finish the game at like freaking 62-3 or whatever the hell game. Don, thank you for the super chat. Really, man. He says, sadly, I lost faith in alcohol on here. He says, sadly, I lost faith in DJ after that game. You're not alone. You're not alone. I heard about King Von. No. What's going on, Johnny? How you doing? Do I miss Eli Manning? I think every Giants fan does at this point. Am I a Giants fan? I had to think about it, but Veith, I really don't know. I don't know if I am or not. I don't know. You know, Wu-Tang. Yeah, I love Wu-Tang. Giants 38-7. I wish. I would love a game like that. It'd be nice. Yo, Gavin, what's going on, man? How you doing? He says, thank you. The Jalen Hurts thing needs to stop. It's embarrassing. Listen, again, it has not. I don't care where Jalen Hurts went. I said this before the draft that I don't think Jalen Hurts is any better than a late third-round talent. It's a fact. I did not. But the fact that he went to Philly second round kind of made me chuckle, obviously, because I'm like, that's such a bad pick for them, especially. Oh, they took the touchdown back, so never mind. I don't know what happened. It must have been a penalty or something. I've not watched BYU play at all. I have not watched BYU at all, so I can't say that one way or the other. 35-10 would be nice. Will you be a Jets fan? I'll never be a Jets fan, ever. I don't give a damn. If Trevor Lawrence goes there, Trevor Lawrence will fail. They're the Jets. We all know that. We should pick a quarterback this year. It depends on where we draft. You know, maybe the Cowboys are saying we're going for Hurts. I don't know if that's the case. I just didn't understand. It would have made more sense in Dallas because Dak is a free agent at the end of the year. So it would make more sense for them to be interested in Jalen Hurts. You know, but it did not make sense for Philadelphia to take him. That was just it was a strange pick. I love Gallman. Gallman runs hard. Gallman is playing for a contract. So it does not surprise me one bit to see Gallman playing hard. Gallman's problem is fumbles. Knock on wood. He hasn't fumbled much this year, but he always ran hard. I don't think it was ever for lack of effort for Wayne Gallman. I actually liked that pick when we took him. I thought in the 4th round out of Clemson, I thought that he was pretty good at Clemson. He can do a lot. He can run. He can receive. He can block. So I always thought Wayne Gallman would be a nice compliment, never number one running back, but a nice compliment to a guy like Saquon Barkley. And we'll see. I do like the way he plays. Who you got, the Cardinals or Dolphins? They were both sleepers. I took both my sleepers, the Cardinals in the NFC, Dolphins in the AFC. Those are sleepers I had before the year. If I'm choosing, I would take the Cardinals because they got Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray is going to be a star, and I said that since day one. A lot of people didn't believe in Kyler Murray because he's small, think he's going to get hurt, think he can't play at the NFL level. It's another guy I watched at Oklahoma every game. So I knew what we had in Kyler Murray. I knew what they had in Baker Mayfield. I still think Baker Mayfield is going to be a very good quarterback in this league. Baker's attitude is his biggest problem. And I just don't like Jalen Hurts. I don't. Christian, they have a super chat, brother. Really, Eagles will get a first-round pick for Hurts. And you must hang out in Philly 500 streams because I'll say this with all due respect, Christian, lay off the weed. Eagles will never get a first-round pick for Jalen Hurts. Not close. Not close. I'm doing good, Roni. How are you, sir? What about the Broncos? I haven't seen one Broncos game this year. Not one. I'll tell you, man, I don't watch it with the Giants. I mean, I don't watch a ton of football outside of the Giants. I really don't. I watch the Jets. I watch Giants. I watch this division. I don't bet on football. I don't play fantasy football. I'm more of a college guy. The last few years, the NFL has been so piss poor. It has really brought me to college football. I like NCAA football better as a product. I just do. The NFL, way too many damn commercials. I say it all the time. I mean, not that the NCAA doesn't have it, but to me, I don't know. Just I like the pace of the NCAA game better. To me, No. What's going on, Tornado? Guys, hit that like, hit that subscribe if you're new, baby. Let's go. Tomorrow will be fun, though. Now, it's going to be difficult for me. Now they're close to scoring a touchdown or 2 yards away. Tomorrow it's on Tate's channel, obviously, but my wife, she's got a baby shower to go to. I'm going to have my son, so I'll probably be in and out of that stream quite a bit. We'll see, but he's a handful, my kid, so we'll see. He's just like me, so of course he's going to be a handful. Notre Dame, I'll be watching that 7:30 next gen. I'll be watching that Notre Dame Clemson game for sure. I need 2 damn touchdowns, so I need 3 yards here and 1 more touchdown. Can we do it? It'd be nice, Alex. Well, there's the touchdown. Joey Shakes, thanks to Super Chat, brother. Appreciate you, my man. Brilly. There's a great, speaking of Eagles fans, there's a great Eagles channel right there. Definitely check out Joey Shakes if you guys have not. He does a really good job over there. Actually, not a delusional Eagle fan. They're rare. Joey Shakes is a rare breed. Not a delusional Eagle fan. Actually level-headed and sensible. That's right. I said that about an Eagles fan. So check out that channel if you get a chance because he does a good job. But he's not your typical Eagle fan. They're crazy, but he's not. Joey, he says, hey, I'll be watching. I have no answers for the whole East. Eagles have the hardest schedule. The Eagles do have the hardest schedule. They have a very tough schedule. We all do, but the Giants' schedule actually eases up a little bit. It's going to be interesting, Joey. I said this at the beginning of the year. No team in this division is winning more than 9 games. This is before the year started. I said nobody in this division is winning more than 9 games. And I think the team with the best record within the division is going to win the division. So I think whoever has the most divisional wins will win this division. I don't like anything. I think all of us stink. Some stink worse than others. We're terrible. We're close. We can't win. I think with Dak out, you guys are favorites, but you guys have a hard time. Washington has got 2 division wins. Really should have 3, honestly. I think if Ron Rivera went for the tie, we might have lost. Dylan, thank you for the super chat. Brilly. He says, you the opposite of Fisk. He hates Kyler for no reason. Fisk and I disagree. I love Fisk. We disagree on a lot. He hates Brady. I love Brady, right? He thinks Daniel Jones is fantastic. I don't think Daniel Jones is that good. He thought that Daniel Jones is better than Justin Herbert. I disagree. I think Kyler's a superstar. I don't think that he's terrible at all. I think he's going to be a star. You watched what he did against Seattle. That tells you all you need to know what kind of winner Kyler Murray is. Kyler Murray's been a winner at every level and ain't going to change in the NFL. Kyler Murray can play. He thinks LeBron's the GOAT. I think Jordan is the GOAT. But I love Fisk. That's fun. That's what makes it fun. Like Fisk and I get along great. We just have differing opinions. So he's younger than me. He's a generation after me. He's like in his early 30s. I'm in my middle 40s. So we're obviously going to butt heads on that. Anybody that age is probably going to say LeBron. Anybody my age is going to say Jordan. Does the fact the Patriots have a worse record than the Eagles. The Patriots, it's over. It's over. There's no Tom Brady. It's done. They have no quarterback. If you don't have a quarterback, you can't win. So it's just a fact. That's why everybody's impatient about Daniel Jones. That's why I did the video about Daniel Jones and stop comparing him to Eli and Peyton Manning through their first 2 years because the game's different. The game is way different. It's not close. It's a quarterback-driven league now. You have a quarterback or you don't win. You can't. There are no quarterbacks that turn the ball over as much as they throw touchdowns. Quarterbacks that have 20 touchdowns and 20 interceptions, that's a dying breed. It's not 1995 anymore. That's not 2004 anymore. You score more or less points than the other team to win games. So yeah, I think that's what you're supposed to do. Raj. I don't know how to do that, but I think we did it once this year. I think that is how you do it. We need Jamar Chase. Listen, if we're picking like 7th and Jamar Chase is there, I wouldn't have a problem with it. I don't really like picking receivers that early in the draft again because I feel like that's a luxury position. But the Giants really could use a solid number 1 over there. We'll see if they go Jamar Chase. Like I said, if the Giants want to use some of their cap space, I would rather sign a legitimate pass rusher than pay a wide receiver $19 million a year. But if that's the route they decided to go and they wanted to bring in an Allen Robinson or a Kenny Galladay if he doesn't go back with the Lions, I'd have no problem bringing in a 6'4" receiver over here. So it'd be nice to have a pure number 1. But again, even with a pure number 1, if Daniel Jones can't make throws, if Daniel Jones can't go through progressions, if Daniel Jones makes bad decisions with the football, it's not going to matter who our wide receivers are. It's not going to matter. We saw that Monday night because these receivers had no problem getting open. None. They were wide open, and they were behind the defense multiple times. So that was none of the receivers. Seahawks are really good, Josh, but that's going to be a tough game for you guys. DJ will be smarter with the ball. Yeah, definitely needs to be smarter with the ball. I mean, there's no doubt about that. Well, I would not take 2 wide receivers down. No. I definitely would never. I would never take 2 wide receivers in a draft unless that was like the only position. Like the Eagles, they could have used a couple of receivers. Like they needed the receivers. We don't. I need one more damn touchdown in this game, man. All right, later, you, Raj. Have a great night, man. Do I think Drew Lock is a quarterback? No. I don't think Drew Lock will ever be anything special. No. How has my diet changed? Just I eat healthy. There's no more junk. Well, I've fallen off a little bit. I'm actually getting back to it now, so I'm not drinking beer anymore. But it's all lean meat, man. Fruits and vegetables. That's really all it is. Richard, thank you for the super chat, brother. Appreciate you, my man. Brilly says, hello, bad dog. What do you think Dallas should do with Dak? I honestly think this is coming back. It's going to be a flag. I honestly think that Dallas will tag Dak again. Richard, they're definitely not going to sign him off of a compound fractured ankle with a season-ending injury. I can't see them giving him a long-term deal, especially if they wouldn't give him one before the season. I do think that they'll franchise him again. I don't know if Dak would sign a franchise tag, but I don't think they're going to long-term him. And it's unfortunate. Like I said, man, obviously I don't like the Cowboys being a Giants fan, but it's not like and I make fun of Dak all the time, but I don't wish ill will on anybody. He bet on himself, and he was having a phenomenal season. The reason the Cowboys were losing was not because of Dak Prescott. And unfortunately, he got hurt. I think they tag him. And I think if Dak is smart, he signs it, and he goes out there and does next year what he was trying to do this year and play for a long-term deal. But I'd be surprised if Dallas gave him a long-term deal, especially if they end up picking top 3. They might just draft the quarterback, and then they let him go. I don't think Dallas is going to draft top 3. I think that there's a good possibility that the Giants, the Jets, the Jaguars, I'm trying to think of another really bad team, but they all have a chance to be before Dallas. So I think they did franchise him, honestly. What's up, Zeke fan? How you doing? Zoss, how can I be the man? You the man. Drew Lock is a mutt. I'm not a big fan of Drew Lock. I do think the Giants are winning tomorrow, so we're playing Washington. We always beat Washington. Always beat Washington. And we beat them like it's our job, man. We don't, we own them. We own Washington. X-Men's coming back, like I said, probably after the bye. Damn, Oklahoma's deep. Well, I mean, it's Kansas. They haven't won a game this year. It's 55-3 Sooners, by the way. I just need a touchdown for my over. Please. Quarterback's really hurt. Quarterback got rocked, and he's just laying there. That's not good, man. The way he's standing, his leg is jacked up. That ain't good. Man, his leg is messed up. Steve Levy just said we're going to step aside, but they're still there. Miami has Houston's first pick, too. That's why they're playing Tua, to see if he's the franchise quarterback. Well, Miami's not going to be picking high enough anyway to get a quarterback. Miami's good. Miami's already played themselves out of the quarterback sweepstakes manual. So Tua is their quarterback. I don't think Houston's going to pick top 3. I don't think they're going to pick top 3. Honestly. I said Miami. I meant Houston. I don't think Houston's going to pick top 3. Just getting one pick. Yes, we get Trevor Lawrence. I've decided to say Clemson. That could definitely happen, Demon. That would not surprise me. Let's go for a win. Johnny, I want to win. I want to win, man. I don't sit here and root for the tank. Listen, I'll be honest with you. This is the only way I'm going to root for the Giants to lose or root for them to tank, okay? And I want to beat Dallas. But if we are, say we're 2-13 that last game, and Dallas is 2-13, and you win that game, and you end up picking 5th because you're 3-13, and they end up picking 2nd, I'd rather lose and pick 2nd than 5th. Facts. And I think any Giants fan telling you any different is full of it. Because winning a meaningless game against Dallas at the end of the year is not going to build your future like a second overall pick could. You know, again, I've always told you, I don't care if that's popular or not. It's my opinion. What's going on, James? How you doing, man? Nas is in the house. One more time, guys. You ain't done so, man. Please hit that like button. It helps out the stream. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to this channel, because I do a lot of these live streams. Live stream the Giants game, do a talk show, do a lot of videos. Live streaming the Lakers soon, guys. Lakers are going to be starting in about 5 weeks. How crazy is that? About 6 weeks. December 22nd. December 22nd. This guy comes back. December 22nd. Basketball should be starting again. That'd be fun. Be a fun year with my Lakers guys. Skiblinski, I don't know. Honestly, LT, I don't know. Again, I don't know how much of the coaching is in here. Like, to me, LT, it's not mechanics. It's not that he's reading the plays wrong or going. It's to me, it's mental. To me, it's that he just doesn't process the play fast enough. So I can't say that that's coaching. I think that that's him. I just think that he doesn't process and he doesn't anticipate. I don't think that's coaching. So I don't know if Shaplinski has anything to do with that, to be honest. I don't think I think that Daniel Jones, and again, LT, if you watched him, he missed throws. I don't know how much that's coaching. I think that's confidence. I think Daniel Jones has a confidence issue, and he's second-guessing himself right now. And it shows. He's thinking too much. So I don't know how much of that's coaching. Giants went 42-9. I hope so. Lakers Nation, yeah, we'll be back for the Lakers. Notre Dame will beat Clemson. Well, there's no Trevor. Ukulele's playing tonight. I agree, LA Lou. It is bad decisions. Demon 24-23 is definitely a possibility. Chase Young stinks. I mean, he doesn't get that many pressures, and he has 2 sacks. What an overrated bum. He hasn't had a great year. What is going on here? Why is Kansas pointing to the ball like they have? That was a bad punt. Yeah, exactly, Nick. Hero ball and a lack of confidence. Yeah, I think it's mental too, Schlick. I think it's mental. I think a lot of it's mental. Yo, Hot Take Hockey, what's going on, man? How you doing, buddy? Always good to see Hot Take Hockey in. That is a great channel. Best hockey channel on YouTube. Hot Take Hockey. Best play-by-play hockey guy there is. Check him out. I'm ready for some hockey, and that's a guy I'm collabing with this year one way or the other. One way or the other, Hot Take Hockey and I are going to collab. I don't know if the internet can handle all the energy we bring because he's like a younger version of me. He loves the sports. You can tell. Very into it. Love that channel. Check out Hot Take Hockey. Get a chance. Crimson, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Always see you on the Uncle Lou streams. I know that Uncle Lou can't be very happy with his dogs today, and I have bet the dogs all year. I stayed away from that game today, and I did say, and I actually missed it. I was going to put money on Florida today. I was going to put money on Florida. I didn't think Florida would have an outburst. I mean, I don't even know what the score is over there because I've been paying attention to this game because I just need a touchdown to win twice. But it was 41-28 last I checked here. Trask was killing him. He is. GJ waits for guys to be open so he doesn't anticipate. By the time yeah, exactly, Damon, exactly. 41, it's still 41-28. Florida's got the ball. So I mean, I was going to put money on Florida just because I felt like Florida's offense was good enough to beat Georgia's lack of offense. Georgia's got 3 touchdowns offensively today, though. Of course, Zamir White started the game off with a 75-yard run on the first play, and it's went downhill ever since. Trask is back to throw now. Oh, he almost threw another pick 6 right there. That would have been absolutely huge. That would have been huge if Webb could have picked that off. Oh, he had it. He had it in his hands. He was taking it for a house call. Man. Harbaugh coming back to the NFL? Maybe. Rick Astley's in the house. Never going to give you – we're going to get Rick rolled in here. I'm an LA Kings fan up in here. Hockey team-wise, New York Rangers. I'm a casual hockey fan, though. Although this year I'm definitely going to watch more because, like I said, Hot Take Hockey got me pumped up. Not to mention they got Alexis Lafreniere. So I want to watch Laugh and Cackle do their thing. Rangers are a really good young team anyway. They were rebuilding, and they're getting better. And when you get Laugh, it just made your team a hell of a lot better. Now they can really be contenders. So I'm anxious to watch it. I'm not going to get a ton of Rangers games because, well, did they just change it? They just got rid of the damn Oklahoma game. I know it's over, but they just switched off of that, and I can't even watch it now. What the hell is that all about? Come on, man. Another game I've been on today, I took Kansas State getting 14 over Oklahoma State. They were winning 12-0 last I checked. I'm actually having a pretty decent day in college football today. I haven't had one in a long time. I was due. What's going on, Jeff? How you doing, buddy? Always good to see you. Which team will challenge LA more next year? Warriors in the West or Nets in the East? Probably, I don't know if the Warriors can challenge the Lakers. Probably the Clippers. I still think the Clippers. And it wouldn't be the Nets. I still think, well, I don't know where Giannis is going. Depends on a lot of factors. LT depends on a lot of factors. Once free agency's done, I think we would know a little bit better. Just kind of waiting to see where people land. So it'll be tough. Right now, I still got to say the Clippers, but I don't think anybody. If the Lakers keep their team the same, let's talk about them and Derrick Rose. I think the Lakers are still the favorites to repeat. I do. Devontae Downs is like he's in a D2 game. He stinks. Kansas is down. What's the spread though? Or I mean, what's the score? Actually, I can check that. I think I still have my scoreboard up here. I do. Okay, you guys are laughing. I didn't take Kansas on the money line. I took Kansas State getting 14 points. I won that bet. There's 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Kansas State is the bull. I won that. I won that bet. I got 14 points. I didn't take the money line. I almost took the freaking money line with Liberty today, though. We signed Storm for $2.5 million and Lemieux 1.4. Good moves. Like I said, Jay, I think that the Rangers are going to be a good team this year. They'll be fun to watch. Clippers are frauds. Now they were last year. I understand a lot of people like Notre Dame. I think Clemson's still favored in that game, Joey. I can't bet against Clemson. Clemson's defense. It's not because of the ukulele that they gave up all those points and struggled last week. So I think they're good enough to beat Notre Dame. Will I be streaming tomorrow? Yeah, on Entertainers channel, yes. Oklahoma just scored a touchdown again. Hopefully it stays like that. Either way, at least I hit that parlay. But if it stays like that, I win on both. Where is that game? Oh, yeah, it is 62. Jeez, there's still 7.5 minutes to go. Maybe Oklahoma could just stop now. Again, I've already won the parlay because the over-under on the parlay that I played, it was like it was $20 to win 195.52 is what it was. So I'm going to win that regardless. But because I hedged my bet and bet $50 on the under afterward, on the under afterwards, just so I can win some money. But I got that at 66.5. So right now they're at 65. So right now I'm over 63.5 and I'm under 66.5. So I'm winning both, which would be unbelievable because something like that never happens to me. I didn't see the end of it. I just saw the field goal. I saw if they hit the field goal, Joey. Who the Giants get again, Nick? It depends. The Giants, it depends on the free agent signings. Depends on where we're drafted. Depends on a lot of things. That's what they did here too, Demon. They switched. Somebody let me know if they scored a touchdown. I just checked it. But yeah, they went to the Aggies and the Gamecocks. Houston might trade Harden to Philly. Harden will never win anything big, Jeff, in my opinion. Harden is one of those players. Harden's like a Carmelo Anthony. He'll always be a really good scorer, not the best defender, although his defense did pick up a lot this year. But he's just not a winning ball player. Some guys have that winning mentality. Melo never had it. I don't think Harden has it. I don't think Russell Westbrook has it. I don't think they have it. I hope all the people celebrating the election actually getting things done. Voting is the beginning. Stay on politics for actual results, regardless of who wins. Okay, pack the ball. Well, all I'll say about this is this, LT. No matter who ended up, no matter what happens with this thing, obviously Biden was named the president. Obviously, Trump is going through his whole thing here of voter fraud or whatever. It's going to take a while to sort this whole thing. Whoever comes out of this thing, whether it be Trump or Biden, don't think that the problems in this country are just going to disappear. It ain't going to happen. If Biden gets elected, the root of all the problems in America aren't just going to change because we have a different president. I just hope people realize that. Just because Joe Biden is in office doesn't mean, Trump's gone, everything's different, everything's la-di-da, everything's great. No, that's not the way it's going to be. He's not going to come in here and change everything. It ain't going to happen. It's not. So just be prepared for that. Not going to happen. It ain't. No, Melo does not have it. Exactly, Rick. That's the thing. And the Republicans have the Senate. So, yeah. It's, get Bud Dupree. And I wish we'd get Bud Dupree. I freaking love Bud Dupree. That is one of my favorite. I love Bud Dupree. He's awesome. I don't have ESPNU. What channel they put the Oklahoma game on? Did they put it on ESPNU? I don't even know if they put it on the channel. I don't know if they moved it or what. Usually they don't do that. Usually they move the – why did that happen? Usually they move the game like that's supposed to start to a different game. Let's see. ESPNU for me is 573. And that is where they moved it. Yeah, just run the ball. Just run it out, Kansas. Just run the ball out. There's 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Just run the ball. Don't score. And let's be done with it. Am I going to watch the NBA draft? Probably. But I will tell you this, and I've mentioned this a few times, just so you guys know. I am going to stream the Tyson fight. That's going to happen. That's going to happen. I'm not a Laker fan, Joey. I'm a Knicks fan. I'm a Knicks fan. Yes, exactly, LT. Now back to ball. Tyson fight is November 28th. I think it's a Saturday after Thanksgiving. It's either Friday or Saturday after Thanksgiving. So I am going to stream that one. Again, a lot of people ask me about UFC. They ask me about boxing and everything else, and I would say I don't do that. But it's Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. Man, I grew up watching Mike Tyson. I have to do that. He literally, LT, he probably will eat him. I think Bradbury will have 2 picks. I hope so, Khalid. He's played great. He's played great. Zach Wilson, don't know much about him, Jeremy. I don't know much about him, to be honest with you. Next 3 games to go in. J-Dog, I completely agree. Yeah, I definitely think we can win the next 3 games. K-State's going to get the ball back now by 2. I thought K-State had the ball, according to my little phone. But I got them getting 14 points, Lou, so I'm fine. I took them getting 14. Like I said, I know it'll be a great day if this Oklahoma game sits where it is, because like I said, hedging my bet, but getting that under at 66.5, when on my parlay it's the over at 63.5, to have that 3-point swing in there. They got 65 points right now. I mean, that would obviously be the absolute quintessential way to bet. Not only do you hedge your bet, but you end up winning your hedge and your bet. That doesn't happen. Yeah, he is incredible, Punk. And that guy's – I just hope it's not quick. Like, I hope Tyson don't knock him out in like 60 seconds. That would suck. That would suck. That would suck if he knocked him out in like 60 seconds. I want it to go like at least 4 rounds. So at least so we can hang out for a while. But yeah, that'll be fun. The Georgia QB just made a Daniel Jones type turnover. I have not watched that. I put Oklahoma on, but I didn't see. Is it Stetson Bennett or is Stetson Bennett back in the game? K-State threw a pick. Yeah, well, like I said, Lou, I had 14 points. So, and it won't matter. Oklahoma's going to kick the bejesus out of Oklahoma State. Oklahoma should not have lost the 2 games they lost. Honestly, Oklahoma should be undefeated, but they're another team that can't close out a damn game. or they hadn't been, but now obviously they're. They'll bring up 4th down here for Kansas. 2:35 to go. It's going to be amazing if this score actually stayed where it was. Joey Bosa moved next year. If Joey Bosa is a free agent, Jeff, then yes, I think the Giants may take a run at him. Is DeJuan Mathis is still in there? Okay. Yeah, just run the ball, Kansas. Will you tackle him, please? I don't know if he got it. The official's going to give that to him. What's going on, Karam Bite? How you doing? Mike, I don't know who's in the game tomorrow. I mean, I would imagine Dante Pettis is. They sat Golden Tate, so, it's a weird time, Kaniques. That's why. It's a weird time. It's the middle of Saturday night. Like I said, my wife and son are not home, so I figured I would do this now. I'm probably going to be live for like another 15 minutes or so. I don't know what happened over there. But yeah, guys, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Let's go. Pettis can't play tomorrow, and there you go. Then Austin Mack must be playing tomorrow. No, I don't think Tate will be there next year. I think the Giants will cut him. Yeah, Tate, well, he deserves it. Can't go in there and yell at your boss. I have a feeling this is what happened. I have a feeling Tate caught that touchdown, yelled at the camera, give me the damn ball. I have a feeling Joe Judge said something to him after the game, and Tate must have said something back to Joe Judge. That's my guess. I don't think Joe Judge would, suspend him or make him inactive for a game because he yelled at the camera. I think something else happened. Why do you like Joe Judge so much, LT? Because, listen, if you're a Giants fan and you watch the Giants every week like we do, we don't have a lot of talent, and we are in every game. These teams are playing are way better than we are on paper, on the field. Like, they're better, but we are in every game. Like, we're not getting outside of the 49er game. We legitimately could be 5-3. Like, we've been in a lot of these games, and I think that's why Giants fans like Joe Judge so much, because he has these guys playing really hard. And I think that is what you want. Eric, man, thank you for becoming a new member, man. Really appreciate it, brother. Brilly. Eric Beal, welcome to the Dog Pound, baby. Yo, where my Dog Pound members at? Welcome, Eric Beal, into the Dog Pound. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that, brother. Yeah, everybody's talking about BYU quarterback. I'm not buying into a BYU quarterback. That won't happen. I'm not gonna buy into a BYU quarterback. I know Steve Young went there. Don't get me wrong, but it was a fumble. Yeah, I'm not. I have a hard time with that. I don't want a BYU quarterback. The quarterback if the Giants are going quarterback in this draft, I want Trevor Lawrence. That's it. Just like I only wanted Baker Mayfield, that was it. Just like I only wanted Kyler Murray, that was it. I did not want Dwayne Haskins. I did not want Daniel Jones. I did not want Drew Lock. I did not want Will Grier. I did not want any of those guys. DJ's eyes are too close together. Perhaps that's the problem. What are my thoughts on the non-flag versus the Bucs? I didn't like the fact that they threw the flag and picked it up. To me, if you're good, I didn't think it was a flag. If they didn't throw the flag to begin with, I wouldn't have had a problem with it. It's the fact that they threw it and then picked it up. I hate that. I hate when they do that. I don't understand how you can pick it up. I don't understand how you can throw it and then pick it up. I don't get that. I have a hard time understanding that. You won't buy BYU, but we bought Duke. I didn't buy Duke. I didn't buy him. Yes, I said Steve Young is from BYU. I know that. But yeah, this is what's going on, Ramjay? He got the first down, damn it. Just run the damn clock out, please. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I didn't buy Duke. You saw my draft video, or you saw my draft reaction. So Jeff, man, thank you for the super chat, brother. I really appreciate it, my man. Brilly. Oh, my God. I'm going to lose on the last play of the game. Of course, they score a touch. Of course, they score a touchdown on the last play of the game. From like the 23-yard line, the guy's all alone, and he just runs into the end zone. Of course. Of course. Of course. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Unreal. Nobody's on that side of the field. They just let him walk in. Jeff, thanks for super chat. He says, I know you hate Harden, but he's my favorite NBA player. I hope he wins a few rings. I don't hate him. I just don't think he's a winning. I don't think he's a winning player. I don't think that he's a winning player. I don't. And by the way, I just want to let you guys know, I already won anyway because I got over 63.5. But for those people that had the line at 66.5, that's what you call a fix. I just want to let you know that. The people that had under 66.5 on a play like that, where it's 4th down and 1 from the 23-yard line, and they don't throw it into the end zone, he throws it at the 15, and the guy just walks in without a defender around him, that's a fix. That's a fix. That should have never happened. That's a fix. Just so you people are aware. That's how you fix the game. Right there. That's how you fix betting. That should have never happened. There's no way in hell on 4th down and 1 on the last play of the game from the 23-yard line that you throw a ball out in the flat and the guy runs from the 15-yard line into the end zone. Does not happen. So just to let you know, when you do gamble, if you guys do, there's a lot of that goes on. A lot of that goes on. A lot of fixes. That's another one. It happened to me last week with Iowa State and Kansas. It cost me $200. When Iowa State scored 2 touchdowns at 6 minutes ago with their backups in there, and Kansas was getting 27.5, and Kansas had the ball down by 16 with 7 minutes to go. That's a fix. I mean, luckily I hit the parlay. That's what I wanted to hit anyway, but that's BS. That's crap. That's a fix. That is fixed. You shouldn't bet. But I'm saying if you do, be aware of that, because that right there, that's a fix. The fact that Oklahoma just let them walk in from the 15-yard line when, like I said, I bet my parlay, I had over 63.5. When I hedged my bet because I was going to hit the parlay and I got 66.5, there was obviously a line out there that was 66.5 before the game started. So it was 65. There was too much money on the under, so they had to let Kansas get that last touchdown. That's what it is. It is what it is. I know it happens all the time, Jay. I know. Really, you just got to be lucky. That's really all it is. But it would have been nice to hit, like I said, my parlay and the hedge. That would have been nice. But do you think we'll resign Barkley? No. I don't know what the Giants are going to do with Saquon Barkley. I have no idea. What's going on, Hannah Tate? Stand up! Get ready to go to this Notre Dame game, wherever channel that's on. That's unbelievable. I can't believe that they did that. Well, I can. I can believe that they did it. Because, like I said, that's what betting does. There's a lot of that goes on. The meaningless touchdown that means nothing, except for when you're betting, you'll see that all the time. And that's not like, if they would have thrown it into the end zone and hit a guy, okay. But the fact that you throw the ball to the 15-yard line and nobody is within 25 yards of him and nobody even attempts to tackle him, that's what you call a fix. That is what you call a fix. So that sucks. Should the Giants try to sign a veteran guy like Fitzpatrick? No. There's no reason to bring it. The Giants don't need a veteran quarterback to back up Daniel Jones. So I wouldn't spend money on that. If the Giants are going to bring in a backup like that, it wouldn't even be a backup. It would be a guy that the Giants are going to draft a quarterback and they're going to bring him in as a stopgap quarterback and trade Daniel Jones. That's the only way you're going to bring in a Ryan Fitzpatrick. You're not going to bring in Ryan Fitzpatrick to back up Daniel Jones. I don't think that matters, honestly. So Fields is more Dak Prescott than Kyler Murray. Yeah, nobody's Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray is a different breed. Make a mock draft. Yeah, mock draft vids will be coming before the draft. I'm not going to do a mock draft vid in November. That's impossible. That's impossible to do that right now. Look at Dollar Beer now. It says Brady, Breeze, and Rodgers win a Super Bowl before retiring. Not one of them. Not one of them. Brady will have the best chance because Brady's the biggest winner out of all those guys. I don't know why I keep having to do this. Every time I sign in now with this. It's ridiculous. This is Oregon and Stanford. So you guys want to watch Oregon and Stanford, it's on ABC. You want to check out Penei Sewell, there's your guy. Kenny Golladay, like I said, if he goes, that's fine. I can, like I said, Kenny Golladay, you know, Kenny Golladay, Al Robinson, tall receiver, I can get on board with that. And for some reason, it didn't let me sign in. Oh, my God. What is going on with this thing? Who opted out? Kit Kats are better than Hershey bars. If we're picking 6 or 7, do you really want Chase? I can see that. You know. Son of a bitch. I legitimately could have won on both of those. I legitimately could have won on both of those bets. They had to give up that touchdown last play of the game. No, I did not see them. Twix are the best chocolate. Twix are good. Twix are good. McAdoo, you want to punch him in the face? Joe Judge will punch you in the face. Oh, yeah, that was, yeah, I said you want to punch McAdoo in the face, you'd let Joe Judge punch you in the face. Yeah, that was, well, that's the truth, though, DK. I mean, that's how I feel. Joe Judge has been really good for the Giants. Giants need 3 good additions, prime pass rush, another good DB, wide receiver. If everyone they have continues to grow, pray for the O-line. Oh, Eric, if they can get those 3 pieces and the O-line grows, then yes. As long as, and again, everything's going to come back to Daniel Jones. If Daniel Jones continues to regress, if he continues to play the way he does, by doubting himself, lacking anticipation, being a first-read quarterback, making really stupid throws and bad decisions and being reckless with the ball, it does not matter the talent around him. We will lose. We will lose. The talent around him on Monday night was plenty good enough to beat Tampa Bay, and we didn't because he missed throws on a consistent basis, and he had 2 awful turnovers. Turnover coming out of the half was a complete momentum shift. So, did not like that. Didn't like that. We need Shane Lemieux to start because Shane Lemieux's Italian. That's not an Italian name. That's French. Lemieux is French. I think it's French. It's not Italian. I can tell you that. I don't bet enough to win 1,100 on my parlay, Jeff. Again, that bet where I bet the under 66.5 was to hedge my bet because I had over 63.5. I had already won the first 3 games of the parlay. I always do that. When I bet a parlay, I'll always bet 3 early games and then 1 late game. That way, if I win the 3 early games, I'll go back and bet against the fourth team because that way I win something. Obviously, when I'm hedging my bet, I'm getting my money back and then a little bit. The parlays what pays more. But because I was able to get my parlay at over 63.5 and the hedge bet at under 66.5, if it was 65, I would have won them both. But that didn't happen because Oklahoma allowed Kansas to score that touchdown, which is BS. Kansas has screwed me twice. They did last week too, when they allowed Iowa State to score 2 touchdowns at the end of the game with the backups and they came and throw it. Fixed. I'd be way up if these things didn't happen. If I wasn't losing at the end of the games, I'd be way up this year. Although I will say TCU won me a couple $100 earlier in the year on a last-second Hail Mary that meant absolutely nothing and just ended up meeting them covering it. So I guess I'm even, I guess. Chislo, thank you for the super chat, brother. Really brilliant, my man. He says, I just want to blow out. Please, Danny, play good. I'll tell you what, I'll just take the second half of that. If we win a close game and Daniel Jones plays good, I'll be thrilled. That's all I want. I just want to see Daniel Jones play good. I want Daniel Jones to start to ball out. I want to have confidence in Daniel Jones again. I want Daniel Jones to have confidence in Daniel Jones again. He needs it. No. Let's bring back the poison back to Odell. Listen, I'll tell you something, Chase. I said before, it wouldn't surprise me if Odell Beckham ended up back with the Giants. I said that when he went to Cleveland. I don't think it'll happen, but if it ever did, it would not surprise me. Always in the back of my head, I said, I wonder how they would have done together. But you know what? I still don't think it would matter, honestly. Daniel Jones' problem is Daniel Jones. Right now, I don't think it's the receivers. You know. Well, you never know, Rick. You never know. Never say never, my man. Odell's career is over. I don't think his career is over. But he definitely hasn't been the same player since he broke his ankle in 2017. I can tell you that. He has not been that explosive Odell that he was in 2014 and 2015. That's for sure. Do I think Tua will be good? I do. I think Tua will be very good. I think Tua will be a very good quarterback, barring injury. Obviously, he's had some serious. He had a serious hip injury, and he's had some nagging injuries too. But the joke at Alabama was he's not even a quarterback; he's a camper because he was always in the 10. Yeah, I agree, Demon. I think the same thing. I don't think he'll ever be the same. He has to escape Cleveland. He wants to save his career. He said the Giants sent him there to go to hell or whatever. He said they sent him to hell. They sent him there. No, they said they sent him there to die. And maybe they did. Maybe they did. Giants in Fields, he'd go number one in the 80s, 80% of the drafts, and was ranked number one above Lawrence in high school, number one overall for a reason. Why didn't he stay at Georgia then? People hated Oregon quarterbacks till Justin Herbert. No, I like Justin Herbert. I like Justin. The only other Oregon quarterback that I knew about was Marcus Mariota. If you just watch the way these guys play, you know which guys are NFL ready quarterbacks and which guys are college quarterbacks. Mariota was never going to be a good NFL quarterback. Dwayne Haskins was never going to be a good NFL quarterback. You can tell. Herbert was going to be a good NFL quarterback. I think Tua will be a good NFL quarterback. I knew Kyler Murray would be a good NFL quarterback. Now, I miss sometimes. Baker Mayfield, the jury's still out on him. I still think Baker Mayfield's going to be a very good quarterback. Thought Sam Darnold would suck. He has sucked. Thought Dwayne Haskins would suck. He has sucked. Didn't think much about Daniel Jones. I didn't even know who Daniel Jones was until like the day before the draft. I had no clue who the hell he was. I don't watch Duke football. Who the hell watches Duke football? Okay. Duke students don't watch Duke football. They watch basketball. Meet the Mets! What's up, buddy? How you doing? Always good to see my man right there. And I'll never forget the hospitality our boys showed us when we went down to that game last year. So a big shout out to Meet the Mets. I freaking love that guy. He says, do you think the Mets will run New York? Because I do. If you win a World Series, I would say yes. But that's a big if. You're the Mets. Good evening to you, sir. Oh, man. I love that freaking guy. He's the man. That happened to me, same game. Seahawks over the Cardinals. Was up 10 with 5 minutes ago, and they went overtime. Yeah, no, I saw that. Again, Jeff, it's why the one thing I can say about college football, the reason I prefer to bet on that is because I think that big spreads can be covered for the simple fact that college teams have to blow out bad teams for style points to get into the playoffs. So I always feel like I didn't bet on it. But a lot of people are telling me don't bet on Ohio State giving 39 to Rutgers. I think they're going to cover the 39 against Rutgers. I think they'll win the game 52-7. But it could be 52-7, and they give up that last second touchdown. It's 52-14, and then you only cover by 38, and you lose. Since I didn't bet the 7:30 games, I'll have to bet the 10:30 games. I'm well up today. I did good today. I would have been even freaking better if I could have won that damn if they didn't score a touchdown. Because like I said, I put $50 on it to hedge it. It was $50 to win 42, but I would have got my $50 back, so I'd be $92 more in my account than I am now. Mets have to win 20 more World Series. Well, you'd be surprised, Cheese Whiz. The Mets are very popular. When I was growing up, the Mets were the toast of the town. The Yankees sucked. Thanks, Megan. Appreciate that. Good luck to you. I got no ill will towards the Washington football team. Never have. I hate the other two teams in this division like it's my job, but I don't hate Washington the way I do the other ones. Heather brought a mushroom in here. How sweet. It's like Super Mario Brothers. I just thought of right there. You think hockey was made for me? Well, Rick, like I said, I used to watch it when I was in high school. I watched a lot of Rangers and Devils hockey, but the Rangers got shifted off of Madison Square Garden network in my area, and it's the Sabres now. I prefer the Knicks. I don't know why. The Rangers and Knicks, they play during the same time frame, and I've always picked the Knicks over the Rangers. I just always have. But like I said, watching hot take hockey do the games, I definitely got more into hockey. I did. So I probably will watch more of it than I normally do. Now, I love playoff hockey. Don't get me wrong, Rick. I love playoff hockey. Is awesome. I love playoff hockey. And I watch that all the time. But there's just, especially when the Rangers are in it, man, trust me, I always say I'm a casual Rangers fan. If the Rangers win another Stanley Cup, I'm not going to walk around. I'm not going to brag about it. I'm not going to buy a bunch of Rangers gear. Be like, yeah, boy. I won't do that. Okay? I root for them, though. And when they're in the playoffs, I root for the Rangers as hard as I do for any other one of my teams. But watching a regular season hockey game, to me, don't have the sizzle that a playoff game does. I don't know. Stop talking about sports. Yeah, that's something to do. The name of my channel is Bad Dog Sports. I'll stop talking about that. Right. You were 12 for the 86 Mets, Buckner. Yeah, I was 10, so we're about the same age, Eric. We're about the same age. Don't hate Washington. Washington hated us. Imagine losing to Daniel Jones. Yeah, imagine losing to Daniel Jones. Imagine never beating Daniel Jones. Who do I hate least in the NFC? The Washington team. I don't hate them. I dislike them. I don't hate them. Those other two teams, I hate them with every fiber of my being. Yeah, I should talk about video games and cartoons. Favorite video games: Legend of Zelda original, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, Ninja Gaiden Mega Man, Nintendo, the original NES, greatest video game console ever made. Don't give a damn that they were 8-bit graphics. Greatest gameplay, greatest games ever. Metroid, Mega Man, like I said, Contra, Russian Attack, Section Z, the Zelda games. That's good stuff. Rygar is really good. Wizards and Warriors, RC Pro-Am. Hell yeah, man. Hell yes. Baseball Stars, RBI Baseball, Tecmo Bowl. Tecmo Bowl is the greatest football game ever made. Not Madden. Tecmo Bowl. Tecmo Bowl. Well, there you go. Whoops. Hey, what's going on, Asia? How you doing, my lady? Thank you for joining the stream. Good to see you. Brilliant. Really appreciate the super chat. She says, what up, bad dog, you loon? You don't talk politics in your stream, but how are you feeling about Biden winning the election? I heard Trump spent all day golfing and crying all day. I mentioned it earlier, Asia. I don't know what's gonna happen here. Obviously, Biden was named the president, and obviously Trump isn't going to let that go without a fight. So we'll see what happens. It's going to take a while to sort out. I don't think anything is going to change. I think Biden will be the president when all is said and done. But as I said, people that voted for Biden do not expect this country to change just because the president changed. That's all I'm saying. I know a lot of people think that once the president changes, everything changes. Well, it's not. It's not the case. The deep root of evil in this country will still be there, right? People wanted to talk about Trump being racist. I'm going to tell you this right now. There are racist people before Trump. There will be racist people after Trump. It's the people. It's not the president. People are who they are. It has nothing to do with who the president is. I've said this before. It doesn't matter if you're far left liberal, if you're far right conservative. It don't matter if you like Biden or Trump. It doesn't matter. People are people. You're either a good person or you're a bad person. It's that simple. It's that simple. It does not matter who's running the country. The people run the country. The government works for the people. It's not the other way around. Remember that. The government works for us. We don't work for them. So you're either good or bad. It doesn't matter who the hell runs this country. And it doesn't matter if it's Biden or Trump. I want what's best for this country. I'm an American. I love this country. This country allows us to do a lot of things that aren't done in other countries. That's why everybody comes here. I want what's best for this damn country. And I don't care who it is. You know, it's unfortunate that our country's so polarized right now, and you can tell by this election how emotional people are about it. But I got to be honest with you, it does not matter. Things will not change until the people change. It's that simple. Until the people change, things aren't going to change. There was all this stuff about cops, the cop killing, everything. Do you really think that's going to stop because Biden's the president? It's not. The people are, it's the people. The people have to change. The people, not the politics. The people got to change. That's all it is. We're supposed to be united, man. That's the whole motto of our country. United we stand, divided we fall. Unfortunately, and I did this in a quick live stream yesterday that I made private. It's unfortunate, but we've never been so far apart. But we need to be more united than ever. We just do. But for some reason, we have a hard time listening. Everybody this day and age, for some reason, believes that their opinion is the only opinion that matters. They don't want to listen to anybody else. They just sit there and they think that they're right about everything. And if you have a differing opinion, then you're either an ass or you're a racist or you're this or you're that or you're stupid or you're an idiot. We're all different. We grew up in different areas. We come from different backgrounds. We have different values. That doesn't mean they're wrong. It just means they're different. If we just took the time to listen to one another's views, we'd understand each other a lot better than just making snap judgments about, oh, you voted for Trump, I hate you. You voted for Biden, I hate you. To me, I don't know. I wasn't raised that way. I was raised to respect everybody and everybody's opinion until they give you a reason not to respect them. That's the way I was brought up. So that's the way I will continue to be. That's the way I'll bring my son. That's simple. Those are the values that are instilled in me. But if somebody has different values than me, I'm not going to sit there and judge them. That just means they're different. That's all it means. Doesn't mean I'm better or worse. Doesn't mean anything. It means that we're different. And like I said, with the way the United States is, where we all come from different areas and different backgrounds and different countries and everything else, we're always going to have different views. It doesn't make anybody worse than anybody else. That's all. So that's my opinion on that. It is what it is. Lucas, man, thank you for the super chat, brother. I really appreciate it, man. Brilly says, well said, brother. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it. But it's to me, that's true. That's fact. It is. Somebody said, stop talking. That's not politics, man. That is talking. That's life. Because it's not politics. What I just said about trying to understand each other and trying to figure out, listening to other people's opinions, what's said about that, that's fact. That's not politics. That's fact. I was into politics sort of when I was in high school, a strong conservative, and did volunteer work in a Republican office, but I left that all politics. Yeah, all it is. People get so tight. That's why I rarely ever. The only reason I talk about it now is because obviously you can't get away from it. I mean, it's the election. But you don't ever hear me talk about politics. I'll just say this too, and I use this as an example. I hate the Eagles and the Cowboys with passion. I hate the Boston Red Sox. But just because somebody roots for that team doesn't mean I'm going to hate them because they root for a different team than me. Who they are as a person has nothing to do with the team they root for. So I'll use Butcher's Blog and Patriots talk as he's a Red Sox fan. He's a diehard Boston fan. I'm a diehard Yankee fan. Right? I hate the Red Sox. He hates the Yankees. Am I supposed to dislike him because he likes the Red Sox? No, of course not. He's a great guy. That's my boy. Philly 500 likes the Eagles. I freaking can't stand Eagles. Am I supposed to hate Philly 500 because he likes the Eagles? That's stupid. I like Philly 500 because he's a great person. He roots for a different team. That's all. But I'm conservative, voted for Trump, but I still try to love my fellow Americans, who are even Democrat. It doesn't matter. Yeah, exactly, man. It's exactly it. It's exactly it. I just feel like if we just took the time to try to understand one another, we'd be a lot better off. Instead of just being so quick to judge. People are so quick to judge you nowadays. And people have a hard time taking criticism nowadays. That's why they snap back at you. People can't take constructive criticism. I don't know why. A lot of that has to do with an insecurity issue. You should be able to take constructive criticism. I grew up in a time when you had to. Mike Tyson's punch-out was fantastic, by the way. Can't believe I forgot that one, Big Bang. He is. Mike Tyson's punch-out was great. Stanford, Oregon, who I got. I'm actually watching it. I don't know what the spread was. I'd probably take Oregon. I think that they should kill Stanford, but you never know. You voted for Joe Judge. That's not bad, Russell fella. That's a good vote. That's a good. That is a good vote. Guys, I am actually going to get out of here. I've been live for like an hour and a half, so I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go get something to eat. I appreciate you guys, the girls hanging out with me. I just want to do a quick live show. I haven't been live on this channel since Tuesday, and obviously I'm not going to be live on here tomorrow. Probably Monday night. We always do our post-Giants game on Monday night, whether it be a therapy session or winner's circle. The only winner's circle we've done this year is against Washington, so let's make that happen again. How about you, Gabe? They did put a beat down on Georgia today. I didn't bet on that game. I was going to take Florida. I bet on the dogs all year, but I didn't think that they were going to beat Florida. I really didn't. I appreciate that, Rick Astley. I appreciate it. Yeah, if you like it, man, like I said, please make sure you subscribe, ring the bell. I do this a lot, and a lot of times it's about sports. It's not just hangouts, but I stream Giants games. I do a Talking Giants, all this stuff. Me and my buddy, the other Tate Talking Sports, do a lot of this stuff. So, like I said, I hope you subscribe and hang out. I got the best chat on YouTube. There is no doubt about that. My chat is the best. I get the best supporters and subscribers on YouTube. And like I said, I can never thank you guys enough. And like I said, I'll let you get out of here because it's Saturday night. Go out, have some damn fun, live your life, enjoy life. Forget about all the crap that goes on and just enjoy life, man. That's what it's all about. You live, that's one thing. Remember this, okay? I'm going to say this. I'll leave you with this prophecy, all right? People always say, YOLO, man. You only live once. See, that's not true. People tell you you only live once. That ain't true. You live every day. You only die once. So enjoy your damn life, right? Enjoy life while you have it. So appreciate the people around you. Appreciate what's good in your life. Stop focusing. Don't focus on the negative. Focus on the positive stuff. Anyway, thinking about making a second channel. Maybe I'll make a second channel. I thought about calling it like I thought about calling it like Bad Dogs, Muscles, and Motivation or something. I gotta start showing workout videos and start bringing some positive vibes into the YouTube world. I probably won't do that. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your Saturday night, guys. As always, thank you so much for everything. Thank you for all the support you show me. I really do appreciate it, and I can't say it enough. Hopefully, we see you guys tomorrow on Entertainment's channel for the Washington football team and the New York Giants. Maybe Daniel Jones can go 4-0 against them. Let's get her done. Until then, enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Bad Diggity Dizzle, and I am gone.